Alright, so we're at this unit here, and the complaint is it keeps tripping the breaker. Of course, the first thing I did when I got here was I noticed the suction line was wet and there's water dripping out of the drain line there. So I said, well, you know what? Let me ohm it out and check, or let me use the Megger and check it. And everything checked out fine. And we turned the contactor on, and the contactor would pull in, pull out, pull back in. And so I was like, well, could have a bad contactor. And then I tried it again, and it made some, some noise, like we're getting ready to show you. And so I'm just going to condemn the contactor. I'll get the resistance on it here in a minute and check it out and see what's going on. So that time it did okay, but I'm going to go ahead and check the resistance on it and see what goes on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and check the ohms on the contactor, the original contactor, the one that's inside of here. And I have right at 10.3, which is, right there. And of course the new contactor is 19.1 ohms. So I'm going to go ahead and change that, because when we turned it on, I checked voltage and I had 27 constantly, but the contactor was kind of messing up. So the contactor trying to pull in, turn off, pull back in, that would definitely cause the breaker to trip. So I think changing the contactor is going to be the answer to our problem. So we'll go ahead and change it and check it after we get it done. Alright, so here's the old contactor. I'm going to go ahead and pull it apart in case you've never seen one. So you can see what's underneath there. Okay, there's your little contacts right there. You can see them, that one right there and that one right there, and you can see that they're about down to nothing. So that would make me think that that's what's causing it. Something's going on in there. So anyway, we're going to we got the new contactor in, and the thermostat's turned on. See what happens. Much better than it was before. So we're going to put the door on and check the Freon, and then go to our next call. Everybody wants to know about the smart tool, how just durable and rugged it actually is. Well, I want you to watch. I'm using coil cleaner on this unit. And look down there. The smart tool is still on it. And I'm not even worried about taking the smart tool off, because they are waterproof. And so, like I said, I'm washing this stupid coil with the smart tool still on it. And the reason I'm having to wash the coil is because I checked the pressure and I was getting like a 330 head pressure and a 93 suction. It's not really that hot inside the house. So that's why I'm going to wash it. So look at that. I ain't scared. If the tool's not rugged, I don't want it.
Spray the back up.
Huh?
Spray that where the sticker is. Oh, you didn't spray the coil cleaner.
Alright, so here's what I had. This is a snapshot I took before we watched the coil. We had a 98-pound suction, 330 head, or we had an 18.2 degree superheat. Now let me show you what we had after washing the coil. So our suction pressure went down, but our superheat went way, way, way down, which tells me it's overcharged because it's about 80 degrees inside, probably about 78 inside, and we have an 89-pound suction and an 8.7 degree superheat. So looks like somebody didn't use temperature probes, so they used beer can cold method to charge this unit. So we're going to adjust the charge and get about 22 degrees superheat, and then this is going to be cooling pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and take some of the refrigerant out of it until we get about 22 degrees, and then we'll be so if it was an airflow problem, of course we would have a low suction pressure and a low superheat. But you see we have a high suction pressure and a low superheat, so it's just overcharged. So we're going to take some refrigerant out of it and get it adjusted. Alright, so what we're going to do is, I've got my tank open here, got it hooked up to the high side, so we're just going to let some of it out. Alright, so I've let some refrigerant out of it, and I'm down about 75, 76 pounds. Look what my head pressure did. Took just a little bit too much of it out, so I'm going to add just a little bit more to it. But otherwise, I think we're going to be fine on this one. Sure beats 90 pounds of suction pressure and 9 pounds of superheat. Or 9 degrees superheat. So, yeah, I'm just going to add a tad bit more to it, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, so this is what our final pressure is going to be. 76 suction, 21, 22 degree superheat, 230 head, which is a lot better than 300 something than it was a while ago. So this one, we're going to call it good. You can't use beer can cold, because if you do, you will overcharge. There's no doubt about that. See ya. Bye. That's it. We're done.